Let's get into this, Debo. Defend your boy.
For me, the way Joy and Ben, like we broke the brother, you broke the brotherhood, bro, more than we did. You did.
I'm talking about Joey Porter. Porter went up there at Super Bowl, you know, all the microphones, all that damn radio row, which is nothing but content row now. Everybody talking. So now everybody done broke the code, so they got to break the code even more to fix the code. That's how the code goes.
Didn't even play under Mike. You won a championship with Ben. You said it yourself. But like as me and Joey talked, and like I said, we talked that man. I hung up on my boy. Joey was like, well, what's real? I said, listen, Joey. I said, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, okay? And right there, Joy has a personal issue with Ben, and he was the rabbit with the gun. He took his shot because he doesn't see Ben as a brother, okay? And me personally, I do not think Ben is a bad teammate, okay? Because I have a good relationship with Ben, you know? And I can say this because I talked to Ben. Like, this is not gonna, it's not gonna be news to him, okay? But seven could be an asshole. That's facts, okay?
Yes.
Okay, and when Ben came in, this man went 13-1 as a rookie, okay? Starter, the team was 15-1. His second season, he won a Super Bowl. The youngest quarterback to ever do it, 23.
Yes.
And that's when Seven was born, okay? He became the youngest quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl. Hell yeah, that's go stroke my ego and give me delusions of grandeur. But over time, he has matured and grown up. And you don't value the same things you did at 23 that you do at 30.
Man, okay, respect. I knew it was going to happen. I knew he was going to go there. Let's get into this. You got a teammate, right? No matter the overlaps, I'm not going to get into those details. I just want to go glossy, macro, big level. You got a guy that hits the league. Now, I told you, I knew Ben Roethlisberger from college on. Met him when he was in his last year. I don't know if it was his senior year, last year of college, until he got drafted in those years, right? So I met him before he was even Ben Roethlisberger in the NFL. Then you go out there and set that tone with that winning record. Then you go out there and win a Super Bowl. Let's just say the world changes and you change with it, okay? And now, teammates, people who knew you before, better than I did, even though I knew you, really knew you. He said from 23 to 30, bruh, do you know how much work you could put in for 7 years? You know how much destruction and construction can occur in a relationship 7 years? How about 7 days, let alone 7 years? And this dude is living in fairy dust because he is, and we are, but you know that ring doesn't go to us the same as it went to him. You know that Super Bowl success doesn't come to us the same as it went to him, and it doesn't go to my head the same as it went to his head. So that's what they're trying to talk to is like, how much of this, when he changed up and flipped up because he became something different, did it affect you, Joey Porter? Did it affect you, Debo? Did it affect you, Ben Roethlisberger? That's the conversation. And who can answer that but the individuals? So you saying someone broke the code, didn't break the code, it's really not for you to grab that key and try to lock that back up because it ain't for you. It just ain't.
Hell, I'm a different person at 47 than I was at 45. And I'm a far, worse person at 40 than I was at 45. So with that being said, man, yes, it's things that you see in the locker room, you heard in the locker room, but it was never something that we had an issue with that we couldn't correct with each other. So the relationship with Ben, you know what I'm saying, is still intact for me. And right now, we are far better, greater friends, brothers now than we ever were in the past, and that continues to grow, okay?
Yeah.
Peasy, that was just a pure out attack on Ben's character, and what I said about Mike was an attack on his coaching, dude. Okay.
Ooh, flip that right there. Now let's just make sure we heard what we heard. When Joey's talking about Ben, he's talking about his character, but he's really going off of the incidents and the things that Debo has now progressed with Ben Roethlisberger. And they have matured into a new place. But if you listen to Joey Porter, you're like, you are forgetting all of that occurred that we let go, that maybe I'm highlighting, I'm showing you, I'm telling you without telling you. Because Joey didn't give you the details he could have gave you. He just like, look, that guy right there wasn't a good teammate. He could have changed to become a great teammate. That doesn't mean you weren't a bad teammate. You ever been in a relationship? Oh, you harbor those feelings. People always walking around, oh, forgive and forget. Ain't nobody forgetting jack. You don't believe me? Get into a relationship, have some rocky years, and then all of a sudden you guys rebound. Guess what's going to happen the first time y'all have an issue again? I thought you forgot. Ain't nobody forgiving and forgetting. You can't. It's impossible. Matter of fact, kill that phrase. It's stupid. Have people thinking around, I got to untrain my brain to reality. It really happened. You lose people when you think that, oh, I'm the man. And then when you come back humble, some people are gone. Not everybody comes back because you changed, you turned over a new leaf. They're like, I'm not even there to see the leaf. And then when you talk about Mike Tomlin, but your assessment is not an attack, it's an assessment. And you're talking about his coaching. Yeah, it's easy to do that. But then if you're talking about his coaching, that's just wins and losses. But you're not talking about his coaching in that respect. You're talking about in the personality and in the character. So I think you guys are a little closer on this conversation than you want to give credit to. Let's hear.
Okay. Two different things. And that's more breaking the brotherhood than what Ben said. Ben said, I feel that maybe Tomlin should move on. Like, come on, bruh. That's what he said. I went way harder than that. But he went on it because he obviously has a personal issue with Ben that hasn't been resolved.
Okay. Blah, blah, blah. The only trap that I don't like is when I experience relationship with you. I got a problem with you. And it's really not a problem. It's just, we got a difference. And I'm like, dog, you flipped the script on me. You changed up on me. And then you change back and you come back to who you really are and all that stuff. I don't have to be on the same contrition as you. I don't have to. Respect that your new change of heart is going to change our world. It's my choice. It's my choice because you chose to go there on me. This is why I never start anything, but I always finish everything, is because I didn't wake you up. You woke me up for this beef, for this smoke. Now, you going to get it. And you're going to get all that comes with it. You're going to get all the consequences that come with it, and you're going to get all of me because I'm a good dude or I'm a good teammate. You weren't. Now all of a sudden, now you want to be good. Everybody got to jump on board with you. Whoa, the narcissism is rampant. Casby wants you to be on their watch. And this is what all of us staying, because I don't like breaking the code of the locker room. However, at the same time, if we're going to talk about the locker room, we're going to have to say it in names and numbers. But I'm glad they're not telling stories. So that's why I'm saying, did they really break the code? He just said, it's almost like Seven is really like, he's the spoken one. He's the chosen one. And don't you dare talk about the chosen one. But y'all can talk about Tomlin, right? Y'all can talk about Cowher. I've heard bad stuff about Cowher. I'm talking about on air. Y'all talk about his coaching and all that. You talk about Tomlin and all that. Then they come to Big Ben. Don't talk about Big Ben. Where y'all do that at? Oh, because we in the locker room. We don't do that. Y'all talk about Antonio Brown? Oh. So Ben is like getting this protected airspace that I don't get. Look, if y'all want to say y'all doing it for a reason, that's cool. But also, Joey, like, it ain't that serious to me. The dude has done some stuff. And if they don't want to get specific, the last person that's going to get specific is somebody who wasn't even in there but heard about what's going on in there. And his name is me. But I do. When y'all go there, I'll be right here. I hear y'all. I hear y'all loud and clear. It's crazy. So it just sounds like to me they just looking out for somebody. They looking out. Like Debo looking out for Big Ben because that's his dog still. And Joey like, he ain't my dog. So just letting you know, It's crazy how it's cool to do AB like that. It's cool to go out there, and Tomlin, it's cool to go at Cowher, but it ain't cool to go at Big Ben. You better watch out for Debo and Joey, even though they fam. They're gonna have to drop this, or it's gonna get picked up, and it's gonna pick up. If you know what I'm talking about.
Let me put you on to something that's part of my daily routine now. VINIA, not a powder, not a pill.
It's the Daily Chews 2X formula, and yeah, they taste good too.
It's plant-based. No stimulants, no crash, no jitters, no banned substances, no junk. It's Informed Sports certified. Just something that actually delivers. Link in description, vinia.com/Marcellus. Discount code Marcellus10 for a 10% discount. Wow. It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I believe the verse.
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so.